Greetings all. I just want to take the time again to thank all of those who've watched the videos I've made, the few I've made. Again, for me, it's simply about serving my purpose. It's about assisting or being of assistance, assisting those on their journey that may need or want it, and as I am being assisted on my journey. So that's really what it's about. It's a constant ebb and flow, a constant give and take, a reciprocity, as they say. But I just want to hit on something that has been on my mind since yesterday, because I don't think we fully embrace self wholly or fully. And I say that because you read a lot of things, or you may be in conversation with people, and there's this whole idealism of separation, this light versus dark, higher self versus lower self, left brain versus right brain, man versus woman, sun versus moon. You see what I'm saying? All these things are based in separation. And that separation, first and foremost, has occurred within yourself. See, again, all things that you experience out here in this physical realm is based in the reflections and the projections from yourself. So if there's some type of separation that has occurred, it is because there's been a separation within you. I've been saying for a while now, we are androgynous beings. We are androgynous. We are the fullness of it. We are the wholeness of energy. Because again, androgyny is not about, if you're a man or a woman, or your sexual preferences, or all. We're talking about energy. So from the energetic perspective, you are androgynous. You are the fullness. You are the wholeness of it. But again, so there is no separation of light versus dark, or left brain versus right brain, or the higher self versus the lower self. Well, but what is darkness, for example? Darkness is the 0 point. It is the zero factor. It is the nothingness. It is that space in which you utilize to create. You harness your power in nothingness, in darkness. You harness your ideals in nothingness or in darkness. I mean, think about it. When you were in your mother's womb, you were in darkness. You were incubating. You were harnessing. You were gathering. You were drawing in energy. You see what I'm saying? So again, darkness is not based in bad or evil. It is based in power, because it is the space again in which you utilize to harness your strength, to gather your strength. You see what I'm saying? Like people say, I'm gathering myself. When you are gathering yourself, you are in darkness. Think about it. When you sleep at night, it is in darkness for the purpose of gathering, for the purpose of strengthening yourself, for the purpose of harnessing. You are in incubation mode when you are sleeping. You see what I'm saying? So again, darkness is not based in bad or evil. It is based in power. It is based in strength. It is based in life. A lot of times people talk about the sun being, the giver of life, or the sun is the source of life. And don't get me wrong, the sun is a source of life, but so is the moon. So is the moon. The moon gives light just like the sun gives light. The sun gives life just like the moon gives life. You see what I'm saying? When the sun is out here in the United States, the moon is out somewhere else in the eastern hemisphere. So again, this whole separation only has occurred within you because the sun and the moon are in unison with each other. Think about that for a moment. The sun and the moon are in unison with each other. There is no separation of the sun and the moon, only from the perspective from what you have believed in, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? But there is no separation. They are in complete unison, even with the higher self versus the lower self. Truthfully speaking, it is in complete unison. You need the higher self just like you need the lower self. You see what I'm saying? It's like a step. All things are steps. The lower self, in a sense, is a step. It is not based on something that you don't need anymore. That I don't need to be thinking about. No. It is the space within you that you need. Because if it was not for the so-called lower self, then you would not know the so-called higher self. So again, it is about embracing the wholeness or the fullness of that which you are. Even with the idea of man versus woman, there is no separation. I am you, you are me. Again, we are androgynous beings. So if we are androgynous beings, there really is no separation. Now again, from a particular aspect, you as a woman in the physical sense or in the biological sense, there's a certain aspect to you or certain powers that you may have that I don't have as a man. But it's the same thing with me as a man. There are certain powers or certain biological aspects of me that make me a man, you know what I mean, that you as a woman may not have, but it does not make any one of us better than the other, because it is all energy. We are talking about energy once again. So again, we really have to get to that place of fully embracing the whole self. Because when you embrace the whole self, then the ideas of separation, which is an illusion, by the way, it fades away. A lot of these things, once you fully embrace who you are, all this bullshit about separation, higher self, lower self, light versus dark, they begin to fade away because you begin to see that they are both reliant on each other. Again, yin and the yang. The yin and the yang is a perfect example of that. You have the white side with the black dot in it. You have the black side with the white dot in it. They are fully embracing the energy of each other. You see what I'm saying? There is no separation. Only that which you have believed in. Only that which you have been programmed to believe in. You see what I'm saying? That's why I continue to say over and over again, you have to really sit down and think about the thoughts that you have. Think about the things you believe in. Where did they come from? How did you get to a place of believing what you say you believe? Are they your beliefs really? Are they your thoughts really? Or are they projected thoughts from an exterior entity? Because when you really sit down and get into it, you'll begin to see that thought really isn't my thought. I really don't believe that. You say that they're your beliefs, but they're really not your beliefs. Because you say that there is, for example, the light side is better than the dark side. Is that really your belief? Or is that something that was projected? Is that an idea or belief that was projected from some exterior entity? Because again, when you sit within yourself, you begin to see that there is no separation. That the dark is in need of the energy of light, just like the light is in need of the energy of the darkness. You see what I'm saying? So again, embrace the whole self. Embrace the fullness of self. And all these illusions of separation, all these illusions, period, point blank, will fade away.